Hello and welcome. My name's Ken, and my goal is to unite different YouTube niches into one channel and hopes to inspire you to learn something new. This is going to be a very special video tonight because we will be looking at two of the most timeless, iconic fragrances. Davidoff Cool Water and Drakkar Noir by Guy Laroche. I will say, I much prefer Cool Water just because it's fresher, it's easier to wear on my skin. Living in California, it's super hot, and this just settles way more nicely than the other one. Got on my nose. But I bathe in this shit, and it's not overwhelming if it doesn't penetrate your nostrils invertedly like it did to mine. Let's talk about it. Let's go with Drakkar Noir to begin with. So, it retails for, well, the retail price, this is actually wrong. It retails for $53, but you could find this on Amazon for just under 25 bucks, both of them, though this one's going to be at 100 milliliters. Released in 1982. I've heard horror stories of older gentlemen, they're older now, that they would just bathe in this stuff. And it would just, this was like the Axe of like the old generation. Yeah, I already sprayed it on my skin too. It smells lovely, but with certain nuances, and we'll get into it. So, let us talk about this fun radar chart. Drakkar Noir. It got in my mouth. This looks like a booty cheek. It doesn't smell booty cheek though. It smells pretty good. It is going to be predominantly woody with a touch of spice. So this is a 2 out of 5. And you'll see the notes here. That spiciness is coming from that juniper, coriander, cinnamon. Carnation is a spicy floral, the more you know. And the top notes are really just all herbal, a little bit of freshness from lemon, bergamot, and lavender. But it is such an overpowering woody herbal with back notes of spice and wood that I really don't get this citrusy or opening with the bergamot and lemon. It doesn't come off as citrusy to my nose, but it is very piercing. It almost smells sour. And that sourness, interestingly enough, is due to the juniper. Juniper is a balsamic note. So if you overspray it, or if you have a certain sweat, right? Skin chemistry is literally your secretions, your sweat with the scent. Okay, so when people talk about skin chemistry, it's really what are you secreting from your sweat and how does that mix with the scent? It doesn't mix well with my skin. It smells sour / balsamic, and as a fragrance, that doesn't make me want to wear it nearly as much as Cool Water. I believe Cool Water is amazing, but when Drakkar Noir settles down on the skin, it smells very good. Some older gentlemen that I've talked to, they said, "Oh yeah, back in my day, this was a panty dropper. People loved this Guy Laroche, and got girls left and right." Yeah, I will say the more mature lady prefers Drakkar Noir, but Cool Water, it's such a universally liked scent, in my opinion. It's easier to wear. I'm talking so much about Davidoff Cool Water. Let's talk about Cool Water. All right. Cool Water. This is my second bottle of Cool Water, and I'm already making a nick in this There we go. Give it the justice it deserves. Fucking love the scent. Priced in at just under $25 at 125 milliliters. Released in 1988. It is predominantly an aquatic, fresh, minty, with a touch of green. It's amazing. If I did not buy fragrances over there, if I did not buy Creed Green Irish Tweed, I would wear like this would be my signature scent. It's not trying hard. It's clean. It's very gentlemanly. When something doesn't smell like crazy spicy or overtly sweet, I think of cleanliness and I think of just a well bespoke, clean gentleman. And this is really what that fragrance entails for me. Anyways, with Cool Water, which is going to be this red teardrop with a tumor. Again, fresh. You're getting a little bit of florals from the lavender, from the rosemary, a little bit of herbiness. Sweetness, here's the cool thing, is the sweetness is going to come from that cologne, the Callan. I Googled this. I didn't know how to pronounce it. I'm going to call it Callan. So Callan is going to give you a very airy, sweet vibe reminiscent of melons. And it's going to compound that seawater scent to make it just super fresh and super aquatic. So I invite you to be on the lookout for Callan. It smells so good, especially when integrated with everything else here. Yeah, it's bomb. The florals from Cool Water, not getting too much of it, though there is neroli, there is geranium and jasmine. I believe that that seawater / Callan combination and mint take precedence over this fragrance, but I'm sure there's just so much perfection in terms of mixing all these different notes to get it to where it's at, and it's one of the best sellers. Cool Water. So is Guy Laroche, but that's why we are reviewing these two. Closing thoughts. I don't think you can go wrong with this, especially as a woody, herby, spicy scent. I think if you had to pick only one to wear and you wanted the duality between day and night, it might have to be this one if you want that little extra oomph. Because you're getting the herbs, you're getting the spice. It's not a spice. It's not like Spice Bomb by Victor Rolf, but you are getting a decent amount of spice from this, with that herbaceousness and woodiness. I would kindly agree that this would be a good date night fragrance. Surprisingly, in the summer heat, it doesn't jive with my skin because that juniper it's too acidic on me and it smells sour. And I hate to use the word rancid because the Guy Laroche fans will eat me out. Don't do that. I don't go that way. Yeah, this doesn't wear well for me. But if you're in a very hot climate area and or you just want to smell like you're fresh out of the shower without going that whole classic Nautica Voyage, I know we're not talking about Nautica here, but I believe that this way is way better than Nautica Voyage. Yeah, that mint, it's so fresh. And here is what is cool about mint. It's universally liked. What do you think? It's like one of the best flavors for gum. It's just fresh. It makes you feel clean. So take that information and do with it what you will. If you are building a fragrance collection, get both. They're both relatively inexpensive compared to the other designer fragrance brands. But if I had to pick one, I highly suggest Cool Water. Please let me know down in the comments, what is your favorite out of the two? Or have you purchased any of the flankers? I know there's a Drakkar Noir EDP This is an EDT for sure. Oh, look at that. The screen is flipped, so you can't read that. But I think Cool Water also has a EDP version too. I'll look that up later. Though, as always, thank you so much for watching. Had a lot of fun making this. This was my first time revisiting this type of fragrance presentation. I know I first made a video on Nautica Voyage with something similar to this layout, but on a whiteboard. So if you haven't already looked at that, I invite you to do so. But hopefully production and layout is good and you enjoy it. But if not, hey, please let me know down in the comments so I can make content that you are happy to consume and come hang out with me. As always, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you again very soon.